Good afternoon. You're welcome to Health Talk on Flip TV, where we'll talk about issues that relates with our health and our well-being. And with me, I have two great gentlemen with me here this morning to talk about how we can put prevention and measures that will deal with the scourge of mosquito in our society. I have with me Mr. Can I get your name, sir?
Francis Wapa.
Okay, Mr. Francis Wapa is a pest control professional. Is the managing director of Hatch Pest Control and Environmental Service Limited, a professional pest control company registered under law. And beside me, I have Pastor
Michael Shumoy.
Okay, Pastor Michael Shomoye is an epidemiologist, a pestology expert, and a fellow of the West African Postgraduate College and Environmental Health. Is a consultant to many organizations, companies, NGOs, and government. I have wonderful people here with me. Okay, let's know about your organization.
Basically, just like I said, my name is Francis Wapa. I'm the managing director of Hatch Pest Control and Environmental Service, and also the convener of #End Malaria in Nigeria. #End Malaria in Nigeria is a movement that seeks to mobilize professionals, policymakers, and the entire Nigerian populace towards ending malaria in Nigeria.
Okay, where does the government come in here?
The government plays a major role when it comes to ending malaria, because when it comes to infrastructural development, the government has a constitutional responsibility to ensure that we have a proper infrastructures, housing, proper drainages, and also citizen awareness and all that. And so the government has a major role to play.
Okay, Pastor Michael Shomoye, let's look at the preventive measures that we need to apply when we talk about this situation that we're in.
Well, thank you. There are so many things to do. I mean, the government is supposed to have done that. They're not doing yet. Like, there's no sanitary landfill in the whole country. We are still doing open dumping even till now. This is our 62 years independence. We are yet throwing our garbage. Even in the community where we have dumping, we are still allowing the dumping to persist. Thereby, all these things that are retaining water are breeding mosquito profusely. We're supposed to have started what we call sanitary landfill, whereby sorting will start from home. But for now, nothing is happening. We are still having our septic tanks in our various houses. We're supposed to have started what we call central sewerage system, whereby every pipe are channeled towards a central sewer, whereby we don't even need to import any fertilizer for our farming procedures. Resultant from what the treatment they go for that sewer, we go to the farm. But there'll be no sickness on cancer, all this. I mean,
it results in so many
things, but the government has not faced their purpose on such things. Look at the drainage, for instance. We don't have drainage system in Nigeria. All what we have is cesspits, because a drain should flow. Go to any drainage, even go to the high and caliber houses, see their drainage is not flowing to anywhere. The drain is supposed to flow to the lagoon. In those days, it was not like this. This issue started in 1979 when the politician came, awarding contracts of drainage to women, party boys. You see, we have not allowed those to graduate or to gradient, follow the drainage so it can flow to the lagoon. We have not started that up till now. And people are sick. Go to the hospital today. We have 26 general hospitals in Lagos State, 2 tertiary institutions, the Lasut and the Lut. Go there is no bed. There is a place in Lut, a bed you will sleep 50,000 naira a day. That's the only bed we have. How many poor people can sleep on that bed? Go there and examine it. So government should come into this area of operation
Okay.
Prevention is better and cheaper than cure.
Well, when we talk about end malaria in Nigeria, you also said end mosquito. What should come to mind?
Well, we need to understand the fact that malaria is caused by a vector, and that vector is the female Anopheles mosquito. And when you understand that the female Anopheles mosquito causes malaria, then the first thing to go after is that mosquito. What we've had over time is that we've had billions of naira, dollars, diverted into campaign and awareness rather than tackling mosquito itself. And so what we are saying is that less enough to all the cosmetic approach, in fighting malaria. Let's do the main thing, and the main thing is, one, government must be committed to ensuring that they provide functional drainage system, ensure that we have proper waste management. When you go to places like Ojota, Lanre, in Igondo, you see open, waste collection points, and this even in the heart of communities. This is deplorable. In a 21st century, in a place like Lagos, you are having such things. These are, when you go to such places, you have containers, you have a whole lot of things that can contain water, and mosquito just need just a little water for the egg to hatch.
Little water,
just a little water, whether in any container, as long as there is a deposit of water there, it hatches there.
Even on leaves,
it hatches. Even on the soil, on the soil where you have collection of water, they hatch there. And so until government begin to do what is expected of it, enough of all these giving us treated mosquito net as a means of controlling. No, that is not it. Treated mosquito net, the way we are in the studio now, do you know mosquito can bite you? And you can't wear mosquito net in the studio. You get it? And so that is not the solution to it. The solution to it is that government should begin to ensure that we have proper water management and waste management. Then we can go from there.
Okay, let me go to Pastor Michael. Can we totally eradicate mosquito in Nigeria?
Some countries do have malaria. Some countries in Africa don't have malaria.
Yeah.
Like Algeria don't have, Lesotho don't have, Mauritius, they don't have. Yeah. The only thing is to manage your water. That's the only problem we have. In some countries, you see that there are some areas we call low-lying areas. All what you need to do is to make sure you fill and drain the low-lying area into a place where it will go. Then you fleet, you disinfest the area, simple as ABC. But we believe in spending billions. I don't know where they saw that one. People are rushing to America for treatment, rushing to England for treatment. Where will you rush to? We are not concerned about the health of the populace because we have a place to go. It can be eradicated. It can come to an end. Totally, yes. If Algeria can do it, Lesotho can do it, Mauritius can do it. Why can't we do it? Are we just big for nothing? Don't we have the resources to do it? There are so many things we can do. Okay,
we talked about COVID-19 and the malaria. You said the way government handled COVID-19 and, let's say, Ebola, they should do the same with the malaria and mosquito epidemic. What do you have to say about that?
That's the truth. What we've seen over time is that because malaria project has become a money-making venture for certain individuals,
okay.
They make a lot of money from it. They don't want malaria to be eradicated. Just like PCO Shomoye said, we have 5 countries in Africa that have eradicated mosquito. You have Libya, you have Morocco, you have Algeria, you have Seychelles, you have Lesotho, Mauritius, Algeria. These countries have been declared malaria-free by the WHO. And so Nigeria has what it takes to...
Nigeria has what it takes.
Yeah, we have all it takes. We have the resources, we have the manpower, we have the intellectual and capability. And what we are saying is the same energy, the same resources committed to COVID-19, if we can get quarter of it committed, 1/10 of it committed to malaria fight, we will make a headway. I mean, it took China 70 years to be able to attain that status. And there must be a roadmap. There must be a roadmap to achieving it. I don't know if it's going to happen in my generation, but there must be a roadmap. What roadmap has Nigeria put in place to ensure that mosquito and malaria become a thing of the past in Nigeria?
Okay, if we had to advise the government, what do you think should be the kind of roadmap that we need to employ?
Well, in those days, in the 70s when I was employed, what really happened is we called the company Niger Sol. Niger Sol, the construction giant. They knew what to do to gradate or to gradient a drainage to the sea. It was when this position came that they removed them. You will see individual collecting drainage construction. How can you do it? Where is it flowing to? Who is approving it? So if all those things can be amended, I don't know what they are doing in the House of Assembly that we have. The other two are bedeviled. Nigeria is the most bedeviled nation in the world as regards this issue. Go and check it. Nigeria is the most bedeviled nation as regards malaria. If we can be serious about it and we can do what we're supposed to do, one, reconstruction of drainages by experts, not by party man or woman. Not man, no man. No.
That's a big job. Oh.
It's a big job, yes. It must start from somewhere.
It's a revolution you're calling.
The journey of 1,000 miles will start with a step. But there is no step taken at all.
One local government.
I see it's a revolution because
it's a revolution, yes.
I've said it before.
I said we should declare emergency. People are dying. Pregnant women are dying, the children are dying. If we really have those who have the mind to really help the masses, it can be done. Nothing is impossible. I don't see it. In my own calendar, there is nothing that is impossible unless we want to do it. All the money we are wasting on other things, we can rechannel it and make things done. Even the doctors are working to death in the hospitals. One check. It's a serious matter.
Because when I say revolution, I'm looking at the fact that when you want to take some people out of their jobs, when they have created kind of circles. If you go to some ministries, whether Ministry of Health, I know this is directed to Ministry of Health and Ministry of Works. For you to displace somebody from his job, it goes a long way.
Nobody is displacing anybody.
Okay.
All what we are saying is let us put the horse before the cart.
You talked about people that are not competent.
You are giving contracts to those that should not be given to. Okay, what does an hairdresser want to do with drainage construction? Tell me. What does a mechanic want to do with drainage construction? We should do things the normal way. Why would do? I'm going to stop all this nonsense. Why must we give our job to somebody who is painting fingers?
Because you want to reward.
Because you want to reward for a good work. Something that will affect man's health should be done appropriately. It's the time to change the situation.
Let's look at what have you done so far. I think there's a program you did on 25th of April.
Yes. The movement started January this year, and ever since then, from January this year, we've been pushing awareness, we've been pushing campaign on social media, enlightening people, visiting drainage, where you have poor drainage system, and drawing government attention to it. And our maiden program was tagged Mosquito Talk 0.1 was organized at Kalakuta Museum on the 25th of April to commemorate the World Malaria Day. And so these are some of the programs we have had over between January and now to ensure that we keep pushing this message to those that matters, to the Nigerian government, the international bodies. Especially when we've seen that the more money that is doled out by these international bodies, by government agencies, the more mosquito cases increase. you know, and so
okay, the more they dole out money,
more they dole out money, the more the mosquito is.
How
because the money is doled out for frivolities. The money is doled out for individuals to make money into their, you know, into their pockets. It's doled out on projects that will not control mosquito, rather campaign on malaria.
Okay.
Yeah, you get it. So you can't say you want to control malaria without controlling mosquito. And like the one I gave, the instance I gave to you, where we promote insecticide treated nets above sanitation, above drainage, water management, and functional drainage system. So a treated net cannot solve the problem, because I can't be in the studio like this and wear treated net all over my body. I can't be walking on the road and wear treated net all over my body. You get it? So it cannot come. And I mean, look at the housing, the housing we have, the structures we have. Some people live in one room. One room is not, I mean, how many square meters is the rooms we build now? And you want someone with no power supply to have a treated net all over his bed? They won't. It won't work. Look at the kind of houses you have. Houses are built on slums. I mean, that's a breathing space for mosquito.
Like I said, what you are causing now is a revolution, not even a state of emergency, because there are some compounds you go to. If the government wants to work on this eradication prevention, they need to re-strategize, reorganize.
True.
The Ministry of Work need to look into, when you talk about drainages, a drainage will, if you want to construct a perfect structure, when you talk about drainages, you must tamper into some buildings.
That's a must.
That's it.
So that I'm saying, what you are causing is a revolution.
That's true.
How far are you willing to go with this revolution?
You see, in the law, government own the drainages. The public own the cleaning and the clearing of the drainages. If the government is serious to know what to do, they just have to start from a place. Let the whole world know that they have started. You see, in those days, what we do that in that time, when the drainage is cleared, local government will come with their health officers. They will fleet the drain. The drain is moving, but where do you fleet now? Is it the sand you want to fleet, or the nonsense there?
Waste inside.
Where do you fleet? All these things that are being thrown to the drainages are supposed to have been sorted from homes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a coding system where all of us travel to. We know what is happening there. Code white nylon for papers, code red nylon for leaves, black for this and that. We code it, and there'll be PSP to be carrying. You are for papers, you are for bottles, you are for plastics. Everybody know it will go for recycling, it will go for other usage. But we are just lumping everything together as if we are not intelligent, as if we don't even have a leader to teach us what is right. And that is what we are saying. We cannot continue this way. People cannot continue to die every day, and government will close their eyes as if nothing is happening until it affects them directly. It is not going anywhere. This is the time to, if it is a revolution, call it that one. If it is declaring emergency, let anything be declared, but let this job be done. That's what we are saying.
I think the government has a responsibility. Also, the people, they have a responsibility.
Yes.
You know, when you talked about people that throw this refuse out of the car, if you want to construct any drainage, you find out that you find bottle, plastics, and it's being thrown by people. What do you think the people should do?
Well, firstly, let me say that the reason why people will throw waste into a gutter is because there is a gutter. I mean, I have one of our members who is in Sweden, has been in Sweden for the past 5 years. She says she has never seen drainage. She has never seen the drainage. She has never seen any drainage around. That she saw, in fact, as that yesterday when I spoke with her, she said she saw mosquito, but there have never been record of malaria.
That's still right.
You get it. You get it. So, because we have the kind of gutter pits we have, should not even be existing. It shouldn't be existing. Why is it that when Nigerians live here and go to the shores of, advanced society, those things we do here, we don't do them there? Why? Because our environment promotes us, encourages us to do those things. When you have an environment where, I mean, you don't have pits, so what pit are you going to throw it into? You get it? Where you have public toilets. I will go into the public toilet instead of going to the drain, into the gutter to wee. You get it? So, but we have a country where we don't have public system. We don't have public toilets. We don't have. You don't go around the street and see draining, and you see waste collection box around the streets. You don't see them anymore, unlike what you used to see those days. So, government should make these things available, ensure that the society is well planned, well organized, and then the people will fall in line.
Okay, let's talk about enforcing.
We should see human beings as human beings and not animals. The way we are being treated here, we are being treated like animals. In those days, they say apes obey. Apes obey. Are we apes? We should be looking at this. Are we apes? We are not. We are human beings. Leave the cover apart. We are being treated as animals
by our leaders.
They travel every time. They see it over there. Why should I be seeing nonsense on the drain? It's unsightly. It is even sickening.
Disheartening. Because
there
was a construction I saw at Ogba. They started the construction in front of the police station. I don't know if you passed.
Yeah, Ogba police. Yeah.
They started the construction and they abandoned the construction. Now rain fell. You see, the water level brought out all manner of dirt. And the officials are looking at it. And somebody is going to be affected if you have mosquito bite. And that person will use his money to treat himself. I know typhoid kill. Let's talk about typhoid now. Typhoid kill more than COVID-19. Is it true?
It is true. It is true. It is true. The only problem we have in this country is we don't have data of what kills.
Yeah.
If somebody is electrocuted here, government don't know. In the other country, they know. Anything that happens in your home, they know over there. Nobody knows here. You are dead, you are dead. Nobody cares about your death. All what they need to do is to go and dump your body somewhere. So until when we have data and recognize what is affecting us, and somebody is in charge that should be taken to task about what is failing to do. This is the period when somebody will come to your place and you will tell him, get back. You have been there for 4 years. What have you done for us? Go to the hospital, you will cry for this nation. People are sleeping on the bare floor. No bed.
On the bare floor?
On the bare floor, on the hospital. They cannot go to anywhere. Go and confirm it. At Lut, there is a special bed. 50,000 naira a day. I don't know whether it has increased now. I'm talking on the air. Go to the hospital to Lut and confirm. 50,000 naira a day. If you sleep that 20 days, that's 1 million naira. Because you want to get well.
It's not for the average.
It's not for the poor people. Not even average. No average man can do that. Unless the airlines.
Okay, let's look at how would you partner with the media and also CSO, civil society organizations, to move, because I think this is a movement, and we need to sustain the movement so that we can get what we want. So how do you intend to partner with the media and also CSOs?
Okay, in the coming periods, one of what we are doing is part of what we are doing right now to continue to raise the awareness, continue to engage the populace. I mean, the NSAS protest started with just an hashtag, NSAS. If all Nigerians can join, I mean, there is no Nigeria that do not at least treat malaria once a year. There's no Nigeria at least once a year. And so if you are concerned, I mean, let's look at the statistic. In Nigeria alone, we have about over 100 million cases of malaria. We have over 300,000 deaths. We have 25% of under 1 old year.
That means malaria kills more than insecurity.
Yes. Bandits, kidnapping, put together. Cannot put all of them together. Malaria kills more. And that's why the female Anopheles mosquito is one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous animal in the world. And so if you record this number of deaths annually, then it's a serious case. It's something that government must rise up to Nigerians have seen it as something, you know, can malaria can ever be eradicated? No, go back and see. African countries have been able
because
to
I asked that question before.
Like, African countries, you have over 120 countries that are declared, malaria free in the world. And so why can't Nigeria do it? And so we will be engaging the civil society, we are calling on international bodies. Those, there are various levels of international bodies. There are those that are benefiting from the scourge itself.
That's another topic for another day.
Those that are benefiting from it, and those that genuinely want it to end. And so we want to partner with those that genuinely want it to end, and not those that are benefiting from the malaria scourge itself in Nigeria.
Okay.
So sincerely, sir, I'm waiting to see one of the presidential candidates who want to come for malaria eradication, like Tunji Britwe did that time when he came out to say, I want to be president of Nigeria. He said, I'm coming to fight mosquitoes and rats, but he was not allowed to get it. I would have been so happy if I see somebody like that, because economically we'll be good for it, socially we'll be good for it, emotionally we'll be fantastic for it. So I'm reading all the numbers that are coming out now. I want to see one of them that is coming to really perform what they should do for the masses. I've not seen one. I'm just to see anybody.
You've not seen any.
I've not seen
so
anybody.
far, because from what this discussion.
Once you are still having capitalists to control us, we are still in trouble. We need somebody who has the fear of God, somebody who has the mind of the masses to please do something for the masses. We are not asking for too much. Remove the mosquitoes. Let us sleep well. Simple as ABC.
Okay, this is Health Talk on Flip TV. I have two wonderful gentlemen here this afternoon, and we are talking about how we should eradicate mosquito in Nigeria. And I believe eradicating the mosquito, there's many things that will be done. It's going to start from power, then to the infrastructure we have. It's going to solve a whole lot of things. So your parting statement, sir, what is your final?
My parting statement is prevention is better and cheaper than cure. Enough of this curative sagacity. We just need to come back home. Let us prevent from the thing happening. We have spent a lot of money on the name curative, ending to zero. Let us now go into preventive and see what we end to.
Okay. Lastly,
we should end malaria now.
Lastly, yes, sir.
All right. I would want to encourage Nigerians home and abroad to join the movement, join the hashtag, go on your Twitter account, on your Instagram, on YouTube, and begin to hashtag end malaria in Nigeria. It is doable. If other smaller countries that we mentioned, the Libya, the Morocco, the Tunisia, the Seychelles, La Reunion, I didn't even mention it. La Reunion, was declared malaria free in 1979, as far back as 1979. This is a very small island there. And so if such countries can be declared malaria free, then why can't Nigeria, with the enormous wealth we have, the resources we have, both human and natural resources that is at our disposal? And so Nigeria can achieve a malaria free status only if we are committed to doing the right thing to ensure that we end malaria in Nigeria.
So how do we contact your organization? We have a social media handle that we can visit.
Yes, you can always on Instagram, on YouTube, connect. Please follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hatch Pest Control. On Instagram, Hatch Pest Control. On Facebook, Hatch Pest Control. On Twitter, Hatch Pest. Just connect with us. Let's take this movement to the next level.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We've come to the end of the program, Health Talk on Flip TV, and it's wonderful having Hatch Pest Control with me here this afternoon. I have with me PCO Francis Nwakpa and also Pastor Michael Ayotunde Sumoye. I am Christian Chiko. Bye for now till next edition.